that I have to pre-apologize for my potty mouth and the likely profanity that's just going to spew out of here at some point or another. Sorry. Well, fantastical. It's just, it kind of predisposes the whole story here. The thing of it is it's one of those things when you're a truck driver's daughter, profanity just kind of comes along as part of the package. But it would be okay when you're a single girl by yourself until you have a young child that enters the picture at some point in time or another. So let's jump forward to where I'm at right now. I have a little fantastic son. He's great. And I go to daycare and I pick him up. It's great. And daycare provider's just like, yeah. So. We had a little issue with Jaren today, and I'm like, oh. What? What's going on? She's like, Jaren had to swear. I'm like, Jaren had to swear? Oh, okay. She's like, yeah. He said, God damn it. And I'm like, this from the Christian daycare provider. You're just like, oh, yeah, that's not so great. Okay. But I'm taking it in. I'm like, yeah. I mean, we all know I'm not stellar mom. I'm like, yeah. She's just like, yeah, but he told us that it was okay if he swore as long as he was in his bedroom with the door shut. Now, my son is 3. And then she says, well, and we just didn't know if this was one of those things that, one of those things that you just weren't really going to fight, like, those arguments that you're just not going to have, that you're just going to kind of let him do. And I'm like, what? Like, I had to kind of stand back for a second, like, what? Huh? Like, as a mom, like, did you just hear you say that out loud? Like, when you said that, like, is that one of those battles that you're not just going to have with your kid? Like, I'm like, yeah. Thinking in my head, sure. I'm just going to let my kid go into his room and shut his door and throw the F-bomb around left and right. Shit, babe, go ahead, do that shit. Fuck, why not? Door shut, just do that. That's our game plan. No, that's not the plan. My son cannot swear. Let's come up with a game plan. No positive reinforcement, blah, 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 how that works. We're going to do this the right way. So, yeah, we flash forward a couple of months. My son is now 4. And different teacher, same daycare. I pick him up from school. She's like, yeah, Jaren swore today. And I'm like, oh, fuck. In my head, I didn't say it out loud. I'm just like, yeah, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, what did he say? And she's like, well, it was a swear, but not really a swear. And I'm like, swear, but not really a swear? What's that? Like, she's like, well, he was like kind of walking around and like dancing. I'm like, walking around and dancing. And I'm like, okay, I've got to scooter to the other side of the room so the other kids aren't hearing, because I'm totally like, now, what are you talking about? Swear, but not a swear, and he's walking around dancing. What? She's like, well, he's like walking around dancing and like, dun, 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 and Brittany, bitch. And I'm like, what? And then I'm just like, oh, hey, hold up. That is so not me. That is so not my fault. Whoop, whoop. Totally don't care. Do not judge me that my kid likes shitty pop music. Do not care. Because I'll tell you what, that I will let him do that all day long. I am that mom that is like raising the roof and fist bumping in the back of the car. We are all about shitty pop music in the car ride home. I don't care. I'm sorry, Martha. I'm shit you not. I'm totally that mom. I got busted not that long ago at the stoplights of Main and Broadway. It's so embarrassing because I was just like last week in a conversation with people at work. I was in a conference call. And you know, when you're in a conference call, you can't see the people that you're talking to because you're in a conference call. And this woman was just like, yeah, we go on car rides, and we're on really long car rides, like hours long, and we're playing the Frozen soundtrack, and we're acting out all the scenes of Frozen. And I'm like, I've never even seen Frozen from beginning to end. And she's like, yeah, and everybody's like looking at us and staring at us because we're acting out all these scenes of Frozen. And I'm just like, huh. And I'm the one that's raising the roof with my kid going, you know, I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass. And I really, yeah, no. And I'm questioning him like, am I the shitty mom? No. I'm that mom. So don't judge me because my kid likes shitty pop music, and so do I. I totally am all on board with that. It's fantastic. There's just something about having a kid that, though he may pop off with a random Britney bitch here or there, I take an 80-20% responsibility in that. That's not totally my fault. I mean, slightly my fault, but not 100% my fault. Don't judge me, but I am that mom.